Your Oxybaby has to be calibrated at regular intervals. For the majority of applications, a weekly calibration is sufficient. The calibration of the Oxybaby for oxygen and CO2 takes place in 4 steps. First, you'll calibrate the lower calibration point of the oxygen and then the CO2 sensor. In general, these are the 0 points. The next step is to calibrate the upper calibration points of the 2 sensors. The factory provided upper calibration points are 20.9% for oxygen and 100% for CO2. You may modify the calibration points of both sensors to match your calibration gas analysis. Choose the menu item Settings and then Sensors. Choose the sensor you want to set. Now you can fix the calibration points using the arrow keys. Confirm your value with Enter. With the Escape key you can return to the menu item Settings at any time. When calibrating the 0 point of the O2 sensor, use a suitable gas cylinder with a pressure-reducing regulator. The choice of the gas to be used depends on your application and the carrier gas you use. For the calibration of 0 points, we recommend commercial nitrogen or argon. Never use high-purity CO2 for the 0-point calibration of the oxygen sensor, as this may result in incorrect measurements. Now set a very low pressure with the pressure regulator set no higher than 200 mbar or 3 psi. Allow the gas to flow freely through the hose. You may test the flowing gas, for instance, with your finger. Insert the Oxybaby needle into the hose so that the Oxybaby can acquire the gas. Make sure that the hose end is not closed flush with the Oxybaby, otherwise pressure could build up and the Oxybaby could be damaged. Use the arrow keys and the Enter key to select the menu item Calibration and then select O2 sensor 0%. Press the Go button to begin the calibration. Once you hear a beep, you've completed the first step. The second step is to calibrate the 0 point of the CO2 sensor. As before, use a calibration gas that corresponds to your carrier gas, for example nitrogen or argon. After the calibration of the 0 points, you should calibrate the upper points of the 2 sensors. Start again with the oxygen sensor. Calibrate the Oxybaby for an upper calibration point of 20.9% simply by using fresh ambient air. In the last step, calibrate the upper calibration point of the CO2 sensor with CO2 as calibration gas. The CO2 calibration point again corresponds to your chosen CO2 calibration gas concentration, in this case 100%. It is not necessary to use high purity gas. Commercially available CO2 is sufficient. If desired, Witt offers a factory calibration with certificate.